Hello! Like I said, hopefully you've seen part 1 of this video where I went through all the cards in the cube and talk about what it is that a cube is, how you draft them, why they're so fun. Now I'm going to draft a deck and talk about, in a lot of detail, what I'm thinking as I'm building this deck, so that if you are newer to cube, whether you've drafted before but you've never done cube, or you've heard about this and you want to jump right in without even doing drafts, hopefully I can fill you in on some of the thoughts behind strategy and approach here. So we see, just like when we're drafting, we see our opening pack of 15 cards. There's a lot to look at, which is why it's helpful to look at the card pool before you do the cube, so you know what you're dealing with. But I see a green card that gets bigger, white card that taxes, blue or black kill spell, red haste and card advantage, blue black card draw, black kill spell, white tiny creature, red direct damage, blue card draw, blue bounce and card draw, white blue counter magic, red direct damage. Those are the 12 non-land cards. I see a red-green land, a red-white land, a red-blue land. So, this is my first pick. What I'm thinking, unless I'm coming in being like, I really want to draft blue or black, and you shouldn't. You should come in being like, okay, what is the best card in this pack? And I think the best card in this pack, partially you'll learn this the more you play, but I think Lelia here is the best card in this pack. It's red, it has haste, so it can attack immediately. When it attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn, so it earns you more cards, and the more cards you exile, the bigger it gets. I think this card is better at doing what red wants to do than any other card in this pack is at doing what their color wants them to do. Okay, pack 2. You can see there are now 14 cards. I don't know what someone took in front of me. I know that there's 2 red equipment, which, because I've played this cube, I know are particularly good. Green creature and graveyard, some planeswalkers, white cheap red creature, cheap black creature, some lands, white creatures, green creature. The best card in this pack is not clear. It's probably either Teferi, this white-blue card, or one of these red equipment. Because the best card in this pack is not, because red cards in this pack are good enough that they're not totally outclassed by other colors, I can stick with my first pick, which is red, and take one of these 2 good red cards. In my experience, both of these are really good. It's actually hard to say which one is better, but I want to play a little bit more with this one and get more experience with the Stormforged armor, so I took that one. Okay, pick 3. There are 13 cards. Still, you can't really get a sense of what cards have been taken by the people before you. You don't really know what colors the people ahead of you are, and you don't want to be in the colors that they are because they're going to take the good cards before they come to you. Every pack has at least 1 card of every color, so maybe there were multiple white cards and they took them, but again, it's hard to tell. What I'm looking at are 2 red creatures, so they're good because I'm in red. Green creatures, 2 black, 1 white, 2 blue. I'm not looking to bounce things. I'm not looking to ramp. So the question is, do I take these red cards, or do I take one of the black cards that I think are better than these red cards, even though I know I'd play red? And the answer is, I actually think this card, Shield Red, is good enough that even though it's in black, a new color, I think it's worth taking for my deck. Okay. Still unclear maybe what cards people ahead of me are drafting. Black card that makes everything weaker when it enters. A lot of good green cards. Damage based on lands, clone, direct damage. I could take a direct damage spell, Lightning Strike or Burst Lightning. I could take a big good creature. I think Elder Gargaroth is good enough that, again, I'm now taking a third color. Odds are I'm not going to play all the red, black, and green cards, but it's still early on. You get to pick 45 cards, so my fourth pick, you get to pick 45 cards, and you're only playing 23 of them. So, you only need to pick, only half the cards you pick need to be cards you ultimately play, so I'm still going to pick cards that are powerful. Okay, there are no blue cards. That's something I'm noting. Just one green, and it's not that good. Just one black, white and red. So maybe I should be paying attention to white and red. Red's already something I want to pay attention to. These creatures are fine, but I think I want to take a land. Specifically, if I do want to play multiple colors, whether it's 2 or 3, I want lands that make it easier to play those colors. I'm going to take this Bloodstained Mire, which is red and black, because I think my black card is slightly better than my green card. So I'm going to take my land. There are no red cards in this pack. I can take these lands, which tap for 3 colors, but not really the colors I want. White, I'm not that interested in. I'm probably going to take this card, which is black or green, and I want to be red with black or green, so great. And it can add mana of any color, so it can make it easier for me to cast whatever, or make my opponent lose life, or gain me life. So I think that's a good, cheap creature. No white cards here. Jet Collector is strong. Dark Confidant is strong. Prismatic Vista is fixing. Colgan's Command is strong. These are the cards on the top row are the ones I'm looking at. I know this card, Black Creature, it lets me draw extra cards, but I lose life. And some of my cards are expensive, so I'm not sure. If I just had 1, 2, and 3 cost cards, I'd be more happy to play this, but 4 and 5 cards are expensive. I also know, having played this cube a lot, this card is particularly powerful. If I have enough cards in my graveyard, it makes a black mana source. I can spend black mana to return things from my graveyard to the battlefield. So, this actually might support me playing all 3 of these colors. In addition, again, I'm not interested in the white. I don't think this green card is that good. This black card is fine, but I think these red cards are better. Do I want this removal spell? Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Or this creature that says whenever one or more creatures you control deal comp damage, make a treasure, and you can sacrifice those treasures to draw cards. I want this because I want the treasures that can help me cast the multiple different costs in my deck. That's the same reason now. Sure, there's a black removal spell or a red damage spell, but I'm going to take this red-green land. It makes it so I can cast my red or green spells, and this land says it doesn't tap for black or red mana, but it lets you get a black or red land, and this just so happens to be a red and green land, a mountain forest, so this can get a black land or my red and green land. So now that fetch actually effectively gets all 3 of my colors. The exception in this cube is that there are multiple copies of the lands. Usually there's just 1 copy of every card. Here there's 1 copy of every non-land card, and 2 or 3 copies of the lands to make it easier for players to cast their spells. Usually that's not the case. All the Esper Planeswalkers wield. That surprises me. I'm still going to take the fetch. That's exactly what I want. Is blue open? So, especially at the end of a pack, when you're seeing the cards you passed over in the first case, you can see the best evidence for what signals are open, what cards aren't being taken. And I saw a lot of good blue. I've seen a lot of good blue cards. I'm not interested in blue, and I'm going to take a good black card, but it is something that I'm aware of. It might be a coincidence, it might just be the cards that are being opened, or it might be something I should take note of. I think I don't have much removal. Huatli, I guess I'll take Huatli and it'll help fix me for red. Murderous Cut, I'm probably not going to play it. Emerald Collector. Again, I'm not playing blue necessarily, but I am still maintaining flexibility. Okay, pack 2. Entirely new pack. We're back up to 15 cards. I'm now paying a little bit more attention and rating a little higher cards that are in the colors I'm interested in, which are red, green, and black. I might not end up playing any of the red cards. I might, even though I picked 3 red cards the first 3 picks, I might just be playing green and black, but I don't know. I see black removal spell, removal, fetch a creature, haste, discard, and draw, land of my colors. These blue cards are good, but I'm still not interested in them. Green creatures are good as well. So my question to myself is, basically, do I want this strong green creature or this land that is the colors I'm interested in? I'm less confident about being in red, so I'm going to take this strong green creature because I'm more confident that I will be playing green. Okay. More blue cards that draw you cards. Black cards that put things in the graveyard or deal damage and cost life or gain life. More red damage. More white, exiling things or making them cost more. There are plenty of good... If I were to take a creature, it'd probably be this black creature or this green creature. However, I still don't know what colors I'm playing, and this land taps for all the colors I'm interested in. Red, black, and green, and it is the land type Swamp, Mountain, Forest, which means these 2 lands can actually get it. So I basically, by taking this land, I have 3 opportunities to see it in any given game, which will be good whatever combination of colors I end up being. Okay. Blue card draw, white bounce, blue counter, cheap black creatures, red direct damage, green dealing with lands, and then every color but black, and it does things for every color but black. Gains life, draws cards, adds mana, deals damage, all based around lands. I am looking at Chandra, which I know is a strong card. It's a strong planeswalker. I'm also looking at Terrors of the Track, which I know is a good creature. And I think I am currently more playing a deck that's red and green and maybe splashes, just has a few cards of black. So I'm going to take this strong red card. But I'm going every direction, because now I look at this pack. White, when things enter the battlefield, so blinking, you get 2 triggers from them. Your opponent doesn't get any triggers, so makes tokens, returns spells, draw cards, deals damage. The best card, I think, in this pack is this black one, Thoughtseize, because it's cheap, it just costs 1 mana. You get to take any card you want that isn't a land from your opponent's hand, so you can break up their strategy or take their only creature or removal spell, and it's very efficient. It costs you 2 life, but only 1 mana. So I'm going to take that card, and again, continue to not really know what are my... Am I 3 colors evenly, or do I have a main color or 2? Of this pack, there's blue card draw or creatures that draw cards, counter spells, red creatures that deal damage, or black creatures that kill things and or gain life. And I think I am most interested in this black creature that can be both cast as an instant to kill a creature or planeswalker, and as a creature to gain life. Because I actually don't have too many removal spells. Chandra deals 4 damage, but I don't have too many spells that actually can kill or deal with my opponent's threats. Okay, again, 10 cards, looking at every card, thinking, do I want this cheap 1-drop? No. This green one, no. Black card, draw 2 cards? Yeah, I'm interested. Green card, put 4 cards in the graveyard, and you can put one of them into your hand and make a token. Actually, this one I think I'm most interested in. I have a couple things that care about things in the graveyard. Deathrite Shaman, Jet Collector. It can help me. I can pick the best card from the top 4, and it ramps me a little bit to my more expensive things. Okay, blue cards. At this point, I'm pretty committed to being one of these 3 colors. So I'm not really paying attention to this white card, not really looking at these blue cards. I know this black card isn't that good. I'm not that interested in these green cards. I'm looking at these 2 more expensive black and green cards. Do I want more expensive haste prevents counters from being placed? Or do I want, when this enters, your opponent has to sacrifice 1 or 2 creatures? And I think I want that one, because I've played against it and I know it's good. Blue cards. This benefits from, like I said, blue has a sort of spell casting theme, so whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get tokens that turn into creatures, lands, or black cards. And again, I have a little bit of a graveyard strategy, so I'm going to take this card that can exile things from the graveyard and bring them into play. It's also a cheap creature, and that's good. I didn't have too many cheap creatures. Greens, so do I want removal? Removal for everything, but might be more expensive. Removal for just small things, but cheap. Or fetch any green creature from my library. And what I want is removal for anything of variable cost. And I also want this Preacher. Like I said, I know this is a good card. It can make tokens, it can draw me cards, it can gain me life. So I am interested in that. Pearl Collector, I'm not really looking for white. Not really gaining life. I think I'll take Infernal Grasp. Unclear if I'll play that. I'm not interested in the blue, so I don't need a blue-black land. This is a kill spell, -3/-3, or a creature that when anything I have dies, my opponent loses life, I gain life. I'm more interested in dealing with their threat. Gix's Command 2. I mean, they're just 2 blue cards. I know I'm not playing, so I'm going to take the black card. Same thing. Blue card, black card, I'll take the black one. Black card, but it's bad, so I'm not going to play it. Okay, so now, I've picked 21 real cards. I want to have 23 real cards by the end of this 3rd pack. I know 12 are black, 6 are green, 4 are red. So I'm thinking I'm definitely playing black. I'm not sure if my second color will be red or green. If I'll only play one of those, or if I'll play both of those, but I know I'm playing black. So I'm looking at this pack and thinking, okay, green creature, black cards in the combination of colors. The more you play a cube or a set, the more you'll just learn which cards are particularly good. And so I know this card is particularly good. Even though I might just be splashing red, it's good enough that I want to take it. I don't think I am playing this armor anymore. I'm not sure what of these red cards I'm playing. I don't think I'm playing this Facebreaker. I might still play Lelia, I might still play Chandra, but I might not. I'm not paying as much attention to those red cards then, so do I want these green creatures or fight spell, or these black creatures or planeswalker? And I think I want the planeswalker, because it can remove creatures. Okay, new pack. I'm kind of zeroing in. I'm ignoring these things that have blue or white cost. Do I want these red things, these green things, this black thing, or a land? The lands, these are both the fetch lands, but I don't have any islands or plains cards. I only have one. I'd rather just play a normal swamp than this card that fetches me a plains or a swamp. So really I'm looking at these green cards and these red cards. And even though I thought I was backing away from red, I still think this red card is sufficiently better than any other card in the pack to take it. Discard and draw, very red thing to do. Your creatures get bigger when you play lands, very green thing to do. Kill a small creature, very black thing to do. Give your creatures haste, very red thing to do. Haste, but you can cast cards from your graveyard. There's your red and green. And I think this is the strongest of my options. I am now thinking my deck's basically built, right? I have 22 cards. I might not be playing all of these, but I still have most of the cards I'm playing. So what are any gaps I need to fill? Do I need a cheap creature? I kind of have them. Do I need an expensive threat? Nissa or Vorinclex? I kind of have those. I'm going to take this thing, which is both removal and an expensive threat. It might not be as good at being either of them, but at this point I kind of have my bases covered, so I'm more interested in flexibility than anything that is particularly dominant in one zone. And the same as with this pack, I'm looking at the creatures. You also have less time at the fewer cards there are, so you don't have time to read everything, which is why it's nice to review the cards, where once you've drafted a lot, you know what's good and what's not as good. So I'm going to take the Springheart Antuco because I know it's actually, I think, one of the better cards that is on offer here. Black card, red and blue, not as interested. Red, but I'm playing black and green with just a couple red cards, so I don't want a cheap red card. I think I want this black card. How am I doing? Pretty well. Do I want this black removal spell? This green card, which gets me lands. Red and green card, which deals damage and maybe draws cards based off lands. I actually feel somewhat decent for removal. Thirst, Nowhere to Run, Liliana, Murderous Rider, etc. So I want this cheap creature to get lands and help me play my cards better and quicker. Glissa, Edict, Elf, Typhoon. These are the 4 cards I'm looking at. I'm not really looking at Typhoon. I'm more interested in Edict or Glissa, and I'm going to take Glissa. Because again, I just know it is a particularly good card for what I'm trying to do. So we've kind of reached the point where you've built your deck. Maybe there are a couple of less cards you're still hoping to get, but for the most part, your deck is done. Hopefully you have enough cards. If not, you might need to look at your sideboard, the cards you picked and didn't think you were going to play, and bring some into your main deck. In my case, I actually need to look at my deck and get rid of some cards, because you have to play minimum 40, but you really only want to play a minimum of that 40. So I think I will get rid of Nowhere to Run, get rid of Gonti. I actually don't know if I want to play Gix's Command, so then maybe I can add something back. What do I want that to be? Do I want that to be Crocodile? If it is Crocodile, I would want it because why? Things go to my graveyard, I can get it back with Emperor of Bones. Collector. Virtue. And it cycles. Okay. So, I have built my deck. I have decided this is the curve of spells. I have some things that cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or more. I'm pretty happy with that most of my cards cost 1, 2, or 3, so I should be able to cast them. But I do have some haymakers, some heavy hitters. And, for example, this card I actually know I can cast it for 2, so it should be there. This card I know I can cycle it for 2, so if need be, it can cost that much. So I'm pretty happy with this, and I look at my lands. Do I think my lands support the cards I'm trying to play? 16 black cards, 9 green cards, 2 red cards. I'm only playing 23, but as you can see, some cards are multiple colors. So, 2 red cards. Well, I have 5 red sources. For 2 red cards, that's great. That's more than enough. I might actually not even need to play this mountain, but we'll see. For 6 green cards, I have 2, 3, 4, 9. Okay, 9 green lands for 6 green cards. Yeah, that's plenty. For 16 black cards, I have 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10. Sorry, this counts as a swamp and makes everything a swamp. So I have 10 black sources, 9 green sources, 5 red sources. How do I feel about that balance? Do I think I need more of any color? If you had no dual lands, lands that tap for 2 or more colors, you're traditionally playing 17 lands, 9 of them of your primary color, 8 of them of your secondary color. So because I drafted multicolored lands, I actually have 10 of my primary color, 9 of my secondary color, and 5 of my tertiary color. But do I think I want more than 10 of my primary color? And I think I do. I think I really want to make sure I have black. I don't know why it's not letting me add a swamp, but if the client is ever being weird like that, you can go to this lands tab and just click on the swamp to add it manually. Okay, I've built my deck. I've confirmed the curve. I've confirmed I have a balance of things. I have removal and cheap plays. These are all cheap plays. And I have card draw. These are all things that represent card advantage to me. And I have some big threats. All these are big threats. So I'm pretty happy with my balance of deal with opponent threats, draw cards, early things to play, late things to play. I'm very happy with this combination of things. I've confirmed I have the mana, the colors I think I need to play this deck. So let's go in and give it a shot. In interest of keeping this video reasonably paced, I probably will not play the whole 7 games on camera, because I want to make things easy for people to listen to. Okay, 2 black lands, a black thing that costs 2, black thing that can cost 2, 3, 2, green thing. Not a perfect hand, but good enough to keep rather than mulliganing and putting it back. If my opponent plays early creatures, I have this Virtue of Persistence to deal with them. If my opponent doesn't, I have the Emperor of Bones to play. And because I drew this forest, I'm now going to play this Moose, which has 3 health, rather than this Emperor, which has 2 health, because they have this card, which can deal 2 damage. So I'm going to play the thing that survives. Now they may have a counter spell. They have blue mana. They may have a spell that deals 3 damage. They have red mana. But I'm at least playing against the information I know about. I know they have this card, so I know it wouldn't be a good idea to play this card with 2 toughness. There they go. They had a red card that actually dealt 4, but at least they had to do it on their turn. So now I'm going to play my next black creature for 3 mana. I want to use 3 mana instead of the 2 mana, because maybe next turn I can do both things, cast 2 spells for 2 mana. In this case, that didn't happen, but that's fine. Do they have a way to deal with my creature? They are red and blue. Oh, and black. So they could have kill spell, bounce spell. In this case, it's a creature that bounces, damage spell. Yes, they return it to my hand. Then I will play a land. I will kill their creature, -3/-3, and it only has 3 toughness or health, so it goes to 0 and dies. And then play my own creature, which they might deal with. But if they don't, then I have some moves I can make. Specifically with this creature, I can exile cards from their graveyard, pay 2 mana to bring them back. Okay, they didn't do anything. So I'm definitely going to exile their creature so I can have it at my disposal. But instead of spending 2 mana, casting this and not having anything to bounce, I'm just going to attack normally, and then spend all 5 of my mana on this really strong creature. So now I was going to say they want to deal with this, but if they have an expensive enough card, Ill-Timed Explosion can kill both of my creatures. Unfortunate, but yep, they did. Okay, so where does that leave me? Well, I have 3 things I could cast, because I'm going to play my land. Do I want to play this 6/5, but it's good for killing their creatures and they have no creatures? This one, 3/4 flyer, again they have no creatures or planeswalkers to kill. Or this one, which draws me cards. I'm going to play this one. I want to save these for when they have creatures that I can actually get benefit out of destroying. And my opponent doesn't actually know that I have red cards in my deck, so I'm going to surprise them. They see this red-black land, but there are multiple reasons. Maybe I just have this to get black-green lands. So I'm going to try to surprise them at the end of their turn by showing that I have red cards, and that might change their strategy. Hopefully. So I'm going to get this card. Both of these, I could get this untapped red land. These lands both enter tapped. This one taps for black in addition to red and green. I don't need that, I just need red and green. And this one also lets me surveil 1. So I want the added benefit of getting to look at the top card of my library, deciding, do I want to keep this card or not? And the answer is no, I don't want to keep it. I already have enough way to deal with creatures. Glissa, I'm going to go to combat. Attack. This is going to trigger. I'm going to draw a card. And I have enough mana to now cast Virtue, but I don't want this to attack. And because when it attacks, it makes an 8/8. So I'm going to hope they don't have a counter spell, and they very well might. But I'm going to cast my big crocodile. Great, they didn't. So this, you can see it, stab wound. It makes the creature permanently have -2/-2, and because this creature only had 2 toughness or health, well, it went to 0 and it died. And it may be that I don't even see any of my red cards. Ooh, never mind, they're going after my red lands. Guess we'll just fetch the green. No, we'll fetch black. Okay, what do I want to do? Well, I could cast any number of these spells, but I know I'm going to draw a card off Preacher. So I'm going to attack with the Preacher first to draw that card, see if that changes how I want to play. It could, but it doesn't really. So because I know how close to dead they are, I want to make sure, I don't want to give them any opportunity to beat me. Now that I'm so confident I'm soon to win, I want to prevent anything from happening that'll make me lose. So what do I think does that? Well, playing this, but if they had another board wipe, then I'd be out of a way to deal with their creature, and I'm currently at 19, so I want to play this Virtue. If they need to counter it with a spell, well, I still have all these threats, and if they didn't counter it, well, I would be able to get all these good creatures back from their graveyard and mine. They played a big card, 6 mana, for Chandra Awakened Inferno. But because of the way I played, I get to play my Speedroot Stalker. I pick one of these cards for them to sacrifice. They have to sacrifice the other. I just want to... I could get more mind gamesy about it. They don't know which one I picked, but the one I really wanted to kill was the Hellkite, so I picked that, even though I could have tried to Prisoner's Dilemma, double bluff them into the other one. Regardless, I kept this back, and this was able to deal with both of their cards. And now I will play my third creature. Any one of these creatures can kill them next turn. So they either need to deal with all of them, and then I still have cards to play, or they lose. I mean, I assume by their inability to deal with any of them during their turn, I can't imagine. Yeah. So there we go. I played my deck according to its strengths, how it wanted to be played, with creatures and removal. I thought about what my opponent was doing, and I was rewarded with the victory. I'm going to finish up this draft, but hopefully that's given you some insight into Drafting Cube. Okay, let's keep going. That was a good showing. Game 1, at least. You go first. Yes. Lead off with a forest. Plan to play what? I could play Rumble into Hostile. I think I'll just go... Otherwise I go Emperor into Preacher. I think I will play Rumble. And fetch what? A land or a mana-ish dork? I think the land, because Primeval Titan will be able to get me however many more lands I need. They have an instant spell that costs 1 white. There are 2 things it could be. Cool. I'm going to play Preacher. Do they have something in the... No, I don't have anything graveyard for Emperor of Bones. I want to keep this spawn around so that I can cast Primetime on 5 instead of 6. Again, I think they have Path to Exile or Swords to Plowshares. Nope. Well, maybe they do, they just didn't want to play it. They get a get in with Smuggling Copter. Smuggling Copter, actually, when I have Hostile Investigator into play, it'll trigger the Investigate ability, so that's neat. I could play Outer Gargaroth and slow down their flying offense, but again, I'd rather get Primeval Titan down. And Hostile Investigator is still a good card to play right now. They discard a card, I make a clue. If they choose to attack with Smuggler's Copter and loot, I get another clue. Ooh, mana value 2 or less. Wow, that was a good value for them. Way to get back Thalia. Draw your card and tax. Presumably me, but not actually. They could attack me for 5. Be very reasonable to. They attack me with nothing. I'm surprised. Actually seems rather cowardly. I'm going to cast Primeval Titan while Talia's in play. That way they can't Mana Tithe it or whatever. Search for up to 2 land cards? Yes. I guess I'll get Urborg, because why not? And Commercial District for the surveilling. Shieldred, yeah, I'll keep her. And attack with the Preacher. They can trade with it for any 2 cards. I'm happy with any 2 cards they want to trade. Or they trade with nothing, but I think they should have attacked then. I don't think they should have done nothing on their turn. Lumen class frigate. Other things get just a little bit bigger and a little bit better. But they still make no attacks. I have 8 mana. Do I want to get back Sutina? Do I want to get back Deathrite Shaman? Not really. So I could play Outer Gargaroth, but I'd rather have Shieldred in play for life gain and damage to them. Oh, they do have one of those 2. Oh, maybe not. Let's attack with the troops. Get my lands. I guess I could have taken a fetch land last turn to be at the same life total, but I don't feel the need to get the fetch lands. Draw a card. Cool. Murderous Rider can kill any one of their things. I don't feel the need. They did have swords to kill anything now. Don't know why they didn't swords before I attacked. Smuggler's Copter. Okay, just trading with it. Yes. Yes, I am. Are you going to loot? Okay, Hostile Investigator triggers. Oh, and Shieldred. It's a lot of value. Let's draw a card. Just see if there's anything cool that I want to do off of that. There isn't, so I'm just going to play Emperor of Bones on my next main phase. Play Emperor. Emperor can get back Extraction Specialist, which can get back Deathrite Shaman. I can also get back Hostile Investigator or Preacher. Ooh, a Gonosaur. I would think they would do it to Murderous Rider. It surprises me. Okay. Do I want to kill their things? Do I want to cast Grenzo and kill their things? Do I want to make them discard cards? I guess Grenzo's just so strong. There's no reason not to play it and see what I get. Intrepid Adversary, Primal Might. I think I just take Primal Might. Yeah. So I will Primal Might my Grenzo against your Thalia. Yeah, and then I'll Murderous Rider your Vampire. That's game. Cool. I am become Jund, destroyer of decks. You go first? Yes. Keep 7. Do I lead off with Deathrite or Commercial District to guarantee Moose turn 2? I think it's District to guarantee Moose turn 2. Even though it feels like the cowardly play. Just play Deathrite and hope to draw a fetch, or they crack a fetch. But no, I will be disciplined. Primeval Titan, that's expensive enough it can go to the graveyard. And they had the fetch. Although they might not have done it if they saw a Deathrite Shaman. They may have waited till the end of their turn. Or not. Thoughtseize? Llanowar Elves. Okay, Moose. And then what? If I have a creature to saddle the Moose, then I'll do that. Otherwise, do I do Deathrite or Liliana? If they kill the Moose, then I will Liliana, make them sacrifice their elf. Their elf druid. Huh. Seems like it's leading up to a kill spell. You have a lot of different mana. Not red. N-U-G-H-T. All but. They playing this untapped really makes me think they have counter magic. Interesting. Maybe they have a flash flyer that they'll play. In which case, I'll attack with Moose. I think they might have Malcolm or another flashy flyer. Yeah. So, they didn't do anything. I mean, this sets me up to cast Shieldred or Speedbrood next turn. What did they have? That they didn't want to counter Deathrite Shaman? They gotta do something. Do they have Prey Upon? Primal Might, yeah, okay. They have whatchamacallit. Prey Upon that scales. Cool. That's fine. I will resolve Shieldred. I will crew the Moose. And I will start getting extra lands. They're going to lose life from the Shieldred card draw. They're losing life from the Moose. I can make them sacrifice their creatures through Stalker and Liliana. So I am totally fine with how things are going. They're killing Shieldred at instant speed. That's probably most of their turn. It has to cost at least 2 mana. I don't think they have the white removal spells. Great, Rider. They lose life and it costs them their entire turn. Probably. Okay, well, I didn't draft Grenzo not to cast Grenzo. Yes, I could have Stalkered and they sacrifice their elf and Moose gets in. But Grenzo's gonna do enough on its own. Do they have... Oh, I was like, do they have instant speed kill spell? Do I take Vorinclex or Kogla? I think I take Kogla, because it can kill if they do a big creature. A little disappointed I didn't have a 3-drop creature to cast, but I'll live. Feeling pretty good about my position. Even if they wipe the board. Mute the mic real quick. Utopia Sprawl, that's fine. Okay. Opponent has 3, 4, 5 mana available. Extra turn, Time Walk. Betor. What does Betor do? One other target creature you control. Life you gain this turn. To return target creature. Graveyard to the battlefield. Life you lost. Okay. I mean, Bonnie Paul's the better card. But I have the win, so I'm just gonna win. Speedbird Stalker, make them sacrifice Betor. And attack for lethal. Be funny if they sacrificed the elf, thinking I was trying to double bluff them, or because they knew they were already dead. I approve. Dignity in defeat. Okay, 3-0. Be pretty sweet to go 7-0 with my instructional video deck. Because then you know you're getting quality instruction. You go first, keep 7. Mire into whatever surveil campus district? Prairie grounds? What is it actually called? Red-green surveil. Commercial district. I knew it was C something district. Zeator's proving ground. I can go. I don't need a tapped land. I guess it would have been a black source, but play Moose. The Moose is loose. Do they have Spell Snare? No. Okay, play. What creature do I want to have? Gwissa or Preacher? I think Gwissa is slightly better. I can crew the Moose, and I can hope I get to attack. Seems like I got to attack. Oh. That's a reason I don't want to draw extra cards, maybe? Maybe. Yep. Makes sense why they would attack. Do I? Attack with the Moose. Maybe they block. If so, fine. And I can play my Gargaroth, keep it untapped, ready to block the Fairy Mastermind. Oh, great. I love my opponent playing more 2/2s when my plan is to cast the card that says give everything -2/-2. Yeah. Do they Crew Chariot in response? It gets -2. They chump with it, and then it falls off? No. Sweet. Rack them up and knock them down. Ishtar. Los Ishtar son los solamente. Solarius. You go first. Great. Keep 7. Lead off with Thoughtseize. What do we see? Stormbrood is good. Glissa, Gargaroth. I'm going to be able to deal with big things. So I'm going to take Utopia Sprawl. They play Hierarch. I kill Hierarch. We go from there. Play Hierarch. I Blood Chief's Thirst it. Play my tapped land. They play their tapped land. It's power 3 or less. Okay, I don't play Glissa because they can kill it with Disruptive Stormbrood. I play Liliana and discard Glissa, I guess. And then they play Glissa, and I kill it with Virtue of Persistence. Be funny if we both discarded Glissa, for a given definition of funny. Lochthwain's Scorn. But I don't want to discard Lonely End? I guess I do. If I can ultimate Liliana, more power to me. As it is, I can, if they play a creature, I can kill it. The, whatever, cart. Oh, Nantuko Slicer. What is cart? The wagon that makes the cats I just played against. There's so many cards in Magic. How am I supposed to remember all of them? Okay, let's... Do I make you discard? Or do I make you sacrifice a creature, and then maybe you can play everything in your hand next turn? This gets me back my Glissa, so I want you to use Disruptive Stormbrood to kill this, so I do make you discard. I'm making them discard while I'm empty-handed. I'm not going to attack. I know Resourceless Collector will make it so that I can recast Glissa. They're going to use their Stormbrood to kill Collector. That takes it away. Cool, fine, good enough. I get to play Moose, make them discard their card in hand. I'm empty-handed. Not as valuable as playing Glissa. Yeah, I'll trade with the Slicer. And if that's a creature, I make them discard it. If it's not, I play my creature and uptick her, so that I work towards the ultimate. Liliana Ultimate is not just game over, GG. Do I keep her around for one more turn, or do I try to get a queen? I think I was going to... I don't know. Probably would have upticked her. Killing 3 lands is fine, but it's not... That's not sealing the deal. Whoa, 5-0. Oh, opponent goes first? Rigged. Kidding, I think apart from game 1, I've been pretty lucky on being on the play with keepable hands. No turn 1 thing I can thirst. If I Knight's Whisper, I have to discard. So let's play Emperor. They have counter magic? That's fine. Ooh, no plays. Well, now I will Knight's Whisper rather than just toss away or cast Murderous Rider as a creature. Cool. You didn't use your mana. You didn't cast a thing. Let's play Moose. And plan on cycling Croc. Okay, counterspell. You didn't want to counterspell Knight's Whisper. I guess understandable. Because you want to save it for my threats. But it is card draw. Now, why didn't you mire on your end step to save the life? Thieving Aven. I will cycle Crocodile. And I will kill the Aven. I guess I won't. Do I play Nantoko on something and get even more value? Yes. I have to be patient. Paciencia y fe. So it's possible I should have used Bloodchief's Thirst there, because that's the more expensive card. And I can keep Rider in my pocket. Now we'll be playing Gargaroth. And then I can enchant Gargaroth with Nantuko and start cloning them. Unless the Esper deck with full Esper mana has a way to deal with a creature. Oh, look at that. They do. How do I feel about making multiple Preachers? I think I would rather just kill Jace via any means necessary. Play Preacher the Schism. And I still have Gargaroth plays available to me. Oh, another Jace. How do I feel about them having a counter spell versus land and draw? I think this is the split. I'm not, unfortunately, not shocked that that's how they played it. Oust? Oof. No bueno. Okay, well, Grenzo might be able to do something. Phantasmal Image as Grenzo just to get another trigger? Not actually worth it. Prevents them from playing it, which actually I think is worth it. Yeah. It's not going to choose one to keep, mine. It triggers. Go for the throat to deal with the bat? Not the bat, the crab. Sure. And again, it takes it away from them as something they can't draw. So that basically was Grenzo to discard 2 good cards of theirs. well, Grinzone to Sage of the Skies would have been better. Oder Gargaroth and Preacher of the Schism. They can mini factor Fiction. Do I give him 2 fetch lands? No. I mean, good for them. There's no pile that they weren't taking the 2 cards. Consult for 7. Good. Get the best 2 cards out of your 7. It's pretty much exactly Dig for Truth. I forget. They could stop returning. That'd be nice. Okay, let's play Stalker. Let's choose the non-token copy, because I think they'll choose the token copy. Or Jace. Fine with me. Attack, get my 2 triggers. Play my lifelink. Okay, how are we doing? Well, they have 6 cards, I have 3. On the battlefield, I have 3 cards to their 1. Lands in play, 8 and 8. So we're pretty balanced in terms of cards, but I'm leading on the battlefield, which is where you want to be leading if you're otherwise balanced. Teferi is good. Disdainful Stroke is good. Ooh. Let's get a lot of Stalkers going on. Manfall, would you like to make a second one? I would like to make a second one. Let's get your token trainer. Oh, you thought I was going to do that? Silly. Let's Bloodstained Mire. Get Commercial District. Let's just clear your last remaining blocker. And Tuco is the real deal. How many cards do I have? 18? Then yes, I will take Malevolent Rumble. I'll draw it. I didn't realize I would draw it, but that's fine. How are we at the same life total again? Nice. Okay, it's Wrath or Bust for you. And if you Wrath, I do have enough mana to cast 2 Force spells. Oh, House Meld. Okay. You'll probably get... You thought you got it back immediately and as a creature? You're still gonna get something, but yeah. Okay, 6-0. This is why my channel needs tens of thousands of followers, because this is a great... I drafted this deck in intricate detail, and I'm proceeding to steamroll the opposition. Any player would be lucky, would be blessed to get to see this performance. They play Deathrite. I play Deathrite. In the Battle of Deathrites, which Deathrite wins? Well, the one that gets to kill the opponents. What is my plan now that I kind of went rogue? Because I could have Knight's Whispered. I guess I Bloodstained Mire, fetch the Surveil land, Great. Surveil land in the graveyard. Use Deathrite to exile my fetch to cast Glissa. Nissa into fetch. Does it just add mana if it's the first one? Yeah. Okay. Do you get to untap it? No, you're on the play. Okay, so nothing. Play my land. Thoughtseize their hand. Threats. What am I most threatened by? Vorinclex gets them 2 lands. Gargaroth does things, but Glissa beats it, and Nissa same. So make them discard Vorinclex. Do I Resourceful Collector to run into Nissa? Yes. Exile my land. Make a green. Play Resourceful Collector. Offer the trade with Nissa. You draw a card. Not shocked they didn't take it, because Nissa lets them turn their tap land into mana for other Nissa. What's my play? Oh, they do Gargaroth. My play is Night's Whisper. And wish I had a land to exile, but I don't. I can cycle Crocodile because Collector will make it so I can cast it again. But no attacks. What do I do next turn? Do I Primeval Titan? Do I Grenzo? Probably Grenzo. Or maybe I Bloodchief's Thirst Nissa. Exile your Vorinclex. I don't know, man. Oh, I was just dragging that around. But sure, not upset to have cast it. Inferno Titan is big and good. Huntwood Shrieker is small and good. Nantuko is what I want. And what I will, I guess, do next turn. Did I make a mistake by not killing Nissa? I don't know. I mean, I can Bristly Bill. I can kill Bristly Bill. Fanatic of Ronus. If they go empty-handed, that's neat. Rampaging Raptor. Glissa is holding down the fort. Take the Titan. Emperor of Bones. No, come on, fam. Oh, this can kill a lot of their things. Not everything. And Nissa gets to make one more thing. Am I cool with that? Yes, actually, because this is going to deal a lot of damage to them. All the... They're dead. No, they go to 1. Okay. Oh, they didn't let me bestow it? Huh. Okay, so they go to 1. And we see I mean, they gotta be dead, right? Oh, we win! We win! We win 7-0! We win 7-0 on my detail deck. Proof in the pudding. Thank you for watching. See, who are the MVPs? Speedboot Stalker came in clutch. Grenzo, as always. Shieldred's always a good... Probably Glissa. I had fun with Ileana. Preacher. Moose. I never even saw Jet Collector. You know what? I think Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite Shaman is the winner of this draft. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Cheers.